Hi, my name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network with a real simple question. Do we as a nation understand how far we have fallen from a once great republic into a tyrannical state? That's the question, and the answer is real simple, my opinion anyway. No, we have no clue how far we have fallen. Most people have absolutely no clue. I do believe most people understand things aren't right. There's a lot of division, there's a lot of anger right beneath the surface, and things aren't going well. But they don't understand exactly how far we've slidden because they're still plugged in to the pop culture, infotainment, mainstream media, and listening to what these representatives, so-called representatives, are saying when they go before these cameras, pretending they are working on our behalf. If you need an example of this, we have to look no further back than just a week ago when Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren, had before her a member of Treasury, a member of the Comptroller General's office, and a member of the Fed. And she asked them all a simple question. How many billions of dollars does a bank have to launder for drug cartels? Or how many sanctions does a bank have to violate doing business with so-called axis of evil countries before we will shut that bank down? Did she get an answer? No. She got spin. She had Treasury telling her, well, we issued a big fine. She had Comptroller General saying, well, we really can't do anything unless justice gets involved. You see, this is how it works. You have somebody standing before a camera. Maybe they mean well. Maybe Elizabeth Warren means well for the people of this country. Maybe our congressmen and women who ask the tough questions when the camera's on mean well. But they're stonewalled. They're stonewalled by a system that is dominated by bureaucrats who are appointed. Treasury, an appointed member of Treasury says we did all we could. We issued a fine. Comptroller General, an appointed individual, says we have no authority. And at the end of the day, it's forgot about because we have infotainment, not real news. We have spokesmen, we have presenters of news, not real reporters who are willing to get out there and expose this corruption and expose this tyranny for what it is, destroying our nation. No, nothing happens and it's forgot about by the next news cycle. And a company like HSBC, which is what Elizabeth Warren was speaking to, goes on about their business. They pay a fine with money they got to borrow for zero interest, and they act like they're sorry and they're never going to do it again, and they march right down the road and keep on doing business the exact same way they have. Anything and everything that makes them money is fine, but if you're caught rolling down the street with a quarter ounce of marijuana or cocaine, you're going to jail. And if you get caught twice, mandatory minimums, you might go to prison forever. This is our nation. There are different classes of people. You have the elite on top and the serfs beneath. It isn't a nation that is governed for the people. It is governed for the elite. The good news is this is coming to an end. Like it or not, believe it or not, this is going to come to an end. It will either come to a peaceful end when enough people realize the tyrannical nature of our government and the tyrannical collusion between special interests and government and put a stop to it, or it's going to come to an end under collapse, financial collapse, because of this hubris nature of these financial giants that think they can do anything and everything with zero consequence. When it comes to an end, will we have a government that steps up for we the people? Well, if we look at the actions of our government now and the recent actions of this government, the answer has to be absolutely not. Be prepared for what's coming, because they are. Homeland Security, 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition over the last year. What is this for? They're going to go over to Iraq, Afghanistan, North Africa, and allegedly fight for freedom and democracy? Because that's not what Homeland Security does. By the fact of their name, Homeland Security. They're buying ammunition, they're buying rifles, 7,000, 2,700, alleged 2,700 up-armored vehicles. They're not using that overseas. They're going to use it here when this collapse occurs. We're witnessing a very interesting situation right now in Cyprus. And I don't know if this is the canary in the coal mine or not. But I'm telling you right now, this is what it's going to look like when this massive sovereign debt time bomb goes off. It's going to start with one small, tiny little domino, one little Greece or one little Cyprus that's going to start a chain reaction, and it's going to go around this world because of the collusion between these financial institutions. When an institution like JP Morgan Chase can hold more derivative exposure than the entire global GDP, you can be rest assured when the fuse is lit, it is going to burn hot, and it is going to burn fast, and it's going to affect everybody on this planet almost virtually instantaneously. This is the future we have to look forward to. We can understand it, we can deny it, we can believe it, we cannot believe it. It doesn't matter. Inevitably, we are going to head to that place. Be prepared, understand where we are and where we're going. Stories are attached. That's all I got.